actually her.
Okay.
Playing dead or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, that's pretty convincing, because I thought that wasn't real.
Yeah.
But then there's bloopers that I saw recently where she's like, something gets in her mouth and then she wakes up and she's like that. But she has like the thing in her head.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, this is nuts. Like, I thought that wasn't really her.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. But, okay, so my favorite kill. The dragon swords is pretty dope. Or the daggers.
Yeah.
The shot. That was a great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that decapitation is really cool.
But it sucks that what's his name, the Paris Hilton's boyfriend, didn't get an on-screen kill, like you said when we were watching it.
Yeah,
man, this guy doesn't even get an on-screen kill. How whack is that?
Yeah,
it's just like you find him on the ground with the knife in his neck. I mean, he's still alive, but I mean, he's like,
shit,
he's dead, like I'm fucking dying, and then he just comes over and steps the knife. Kind of that's a cool one. He kicks it into his neck a little further and
he's like,
finish him off.
Shut up.
But you don't really get to see the kill.
Yeah.
But so there's a few things in this that are kind of inconsistent, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
So it's like she's trying to, he wants to bang, and she's trying to talk to him about, hey, I might be pregnant, so are you going to be, in this with me for the long haul? And he's being selfish and retarded. Okay, I'll cut.
He's like, I just want to put the music back on, babe.
Yeah, because the music gets turned off, and it's because fucking Vincent's outside fucking with them.
Yeah,
and he's got the camera and shit. And so, her boyfriend goes out to turn the music back on, and then he checks his voicemail, and he hears
a message
from Alicia, and she's being attacked.
Yeah,
right. And then it cuts to Paris Hilton being annoyed back in the tent, and then she turns the light on. And then she turns it back off and lays down, and it's like, don't you think that it's a little weird that he hasn't come back yet?
Yeah.
Your instinct is to turn the light off and take a little micro nap. So then she sees the silhouette of someone come in very creepily and not saying anything.
Yeah.
When her, and then she turns on the light, and it's Vincent. And then he attacks her, and then they go on, on their little chase, which is actually pretty decent for it being her. I would say.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought there's a lot, like a little, some few things that, like, why did they even want to kill them? Like, what was the point of that? I guess he wanted the bodies, like, to be more.
Because Bo is like, oh yeah, these two will be perfect for our collection, or for the city or town or whatever. But
okay, then why do they only fuck up the fan belt for one car?
Yeah, I don't get that either, because then it's easier for them if they do both the cars, because you have both the cars stuck there.
That's what I was saying. I thought maybe they don't care about. They only want those people in that car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they want the other ones to be able to leave and then so it lessens their numbers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They have not as
kind of strategic about it,
much of a chance to win.
It's easier to handle two people rather than five.
Yeah. Especially with huge ass Jared, who gets that sucks that he gets annihilated first.
Yeah,
because it's like that was their biggest chance.
Yeah, because Jared's like, what? I think he's like 6'5".
He's a monster. Yeah, he's a monster.
I've seen him in real life.
That's why they take his leg out real fucking quick.
Yeah, the guy's like, snip.
Like I deal with Joe, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Let's put a handicap on.
I'm gonna turn the lights off and I'm gonna get Joe ass.
Oh man, yeah.
You know what? I would say, even though it's not, when you think about it from a realistic standpoint, Wade's death is probably the most iconic, because he's somehow
still alive.
Yeah, he's poured, he's molded into wax underneath, and his eyes are left to, like, he's still moving his eyes.
Like Bloodshot.
Yeah, that part was probably the most iconic throughout the whole film. When the guy goes to touch his cheek, and he's like, "Oh, this fucking looks real."
His dumb buddy, like, "Hey, Wade, what the fuck, man?
What are you doing over here playing piano? We're looking all over the place for you. We gotta go. Come on."
And then he's like, "What? Wait, oh shit!" And then he notices, like, "Hey, he doesn't look all the way real." So then he touches his face,
he touches his cheek, and he's like, "Mm."
Yeah, and you can see he's crying.
Yeah,
which is
when he starts peeling off his skin.
The big thing that I have with that, I don't know what the fuck that guy's problem was. He's high or what?
He's like, "Don't worry, buddy, I'll get you out of here."
But he's like, oh, don't worry, I'll get you out. You know, thinking that he'll be okay underneath. And it's obviously his inside, like his skeletal shit, you know. And then he keeps going. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry, right, buddy. We'll get you out of here."
And he continues.
He's already got like half his face peeled off, and he's just fucking crying.
Yeah, and then and he's looking at him and shit. And then you see in Wade's eyes the reflection of Vincent sneaking up on the dude. And that's initiates the next kill. But that's a great shot, great lead up. Mm-hmm. And I think that's iconic for this movie is Wade being succumbed in. Even though I would think someone would suffocate
with the wax,
while he was in the boiler room.
Yeah, getting sprayed with all that.
Yeah, you can't. Not only can you not breathe, but your pores are completely enclosed.
Oh yeah, you'd be. I think you'd die. Yeah, I don't think anyone's living.
At least not live that long.
Yeah,
to be placed in a certain position and molded and you're still alive. But I mean, cinematically,
that's a good one. Yeah,
nice touch. It works very well and sets the mood. I think from that point on, you're like, oh, this movie is something different. They brought something highly, to me, original.
Yeah,
in the slasher game. And they don't get enough credit. But what's your favorite kill?
I was gonna say his.
Oh, all right.
I think, like you said, it's probably the most iconic. That scene where it just shows it's kind of the camera's pulling away from him, and you see him in the chair, kind of pinned down, and you see all the hot wax getting shot onto him, and the camera's kind of slowly going away into the dark hall. And I think that's a real cool imagery.
Yeah,
you kind
because
of see that he's by himself, he's all alone,
and
he's not getting out, which I think is a cool. It's a real terrifying type of shot.
Yeah, the lead up to that is very Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Where he like fucking rips off all his facial hair, his eyebrows, and it kind of gives you this sense of dread. Where you're like, oh, like he's not leaving. You know what I mean? Like he's done for.
Yeah, he injects him with something, a tranquilizer or something, to kind of
muscle relaxant, maybe.
Because he has no fight in him, which I think sucks. That's crazy.
I love the beginning of the movie, which is like in 1974. You meet like the
family,
the twins.
Yeah.
And the mom and the dad, which we haven't hit on. That's something we need to talk about. Like the kind of the
family relationship.
The backstory that they kind of gloss over here. So it's about a mother and a dad. The dad's like a famous surgeon, and he kind of gets excommunicated out. And the wife is a famous wax artist. She was really into that, and that's why it kind of got passed on through the family or whatever. But they moved to Ambrose, which was at one point a real town.
Yeah.
In the movie, I mean, and something happens. So the mother gets sick. And she gets like a tumor in her brain. And that causes her not to be able to work anymore.
Yeah.
And so the dad he ends up feeling like shit because he was a doctor and he wasn't able to help her or whatever, and he ends up killing himself. He kills himself, leaving the boys alone.
Yeah.
And of course, because they were Siamese twins and the trauma going through that, and Vincent being deformed or whatever, they tell us at the end of the movie that these boys had kind of grown up and they were like harvesting people off the interstate to kind of build their own town.
Yeah.
And that's why when our characters run through this town, the liquor, like the liquor store, the gas station, all of this stuff are like props.
It's all staged.
Yeah. They have everything hot wired, like ran with breakers,
kind of motorized, and people like looking through the window, which is a fake person just pulling the blinds open.
The pet store, the dogs are
puppies, fake. Yeah.
But the imagery is so cool because when you walk through the town, they do really quick shots where your mind, if you haven't seen this before, your mind doesn't go there. You buy it. Yeah. You're not thinking, even though it's called House of Wax, you're not like, oh yeah, that's fake. They pull the rug out from under you when they reveal. At least for me, when I watched it the first time. Yeah.
Like, holy shit, this is all fake. This is for show.
Yeah,
they're controlling this whole area.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very smooth.
This is a really good movie. I know I gave it a 7, but
it's underrated, basically. Yeah, it's a very underrated movie.
I think it's really good. I think it's even crazy when we're talking about the backstory of Vincent and Beau. Vincent was actually the calm one, who was the good son, because it shows him. You don't see the faces. You just see Vincent in a high chair eating his Cheerios or whatever, and then you see Beau come in and he's flailing his arms and
he's tied down to his chair. And
he's having a tantrum, and they with like straps, basically belt straps, they tie him down onto the high chair, and they're like, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
He's cutting his circulation off with the tape, and like ripping it through the tape, and you can see him bleeding and stuff. And that's what's cool, is that they lead you to believe that at first that it's backwards.
Yeah.
That Vince,
that the one who's crazy as a kid is the one killing everybody. And that's not the case, and you kind of find out later on, or at least that's what I think they intended on it being. With what's her name's character, the female who lives there, she's trying to get Vincent to calm down before she kills him, and she's like, Beau, he lied to you, and you're not a freak, this just happened to you. He's manipulating you basically into hurting all these people. You don't have to do this and stuff like that. She's like, you're an artist. Look at you. Your art is beautiful. And then he's already pissed off by that time, so he doesn't give a damn.
To me, like, he starts to feel it, and then it's like, he's already so invested in, like, you can't come back.
I gotta kill you.
Let's go.
Yeah,
you gotta go.
It's like, sorry, you may be right, but I won't kill the next person that comes. The next group that comes by.
It ends with you.
Yeah. But yeah, and that really, I hated watching that opening scene with the strapping the kids down. Those scenes like that really get to me, just because it's a fucking kid and I have a son. It's like, that's horrible parenting.
I think it's very effective to set up like the dysfunctional family.
It gives you more details on the actual villain. And
you get that feel.
Because then you wonder, like, what does that have to... Then it kicks into Deftones, and you're like, wait, what? What the fuck?
You get, like, that fucking, like, oh, what the... Like, we just went one way, and now we're turning hard left on another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I actually have Alicia Cuthbert interview with David Letterman.
Nice.
For when the movie came out.
Yeah.
Promo stuff. If you want to jump into that.
Yeah.
How do you do?
I'm so good. I'm so excited.
Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Now let me say something. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong. Paul's from Canada.
Thunder Bay.
Thunder Bay, exactly.
Don't think I don't know you.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait a second.
Martin Short, also Canadian.
Ontario, maybe?
Something like that, yeah.
Hamilton, Ontario, and Castor, Ontario.
Sure, right.
Hamilton, yeah.
Now, is it true that you also are Canadian?
Yes.
How about that?
Yes.
The hat trick.
It's a Canadian show tonight.
The hat trick, ladies and gentlemen.
The Canadian show.
And did you begin your show business career in Canada?
I did. I was really little. I was like 10 years old, and I got invited to be on a set, and I was so enamored by it all, and I was sort of observing everything and saw this gentleman who was talking to all the actors, and I thought, oh my goodness, I want to go up to him. So I sort of pulled on his suit, and I said, excuse me, can I get a line? And he said, yeah, sure. And then later, now I found out it was the director. And next thing you know, I'm here promoting a movie, so it's good.
Wow. So you went right as a 10-year-old right up to the director.
Right up to the director.
And he did give you...
And he did. And he was like, you know what, this girl's got guts, you know, and thank God it was the director and, you know, not like the camera guy going, get out of here, girl. You know, what the hell are you talking about?
And escorted off by marshals or something.